晴天惊雷。它这边标题叫就是不是英文的标题叫晴天惊雷，不知道是什么东西。
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
She's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's did what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and their other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
Right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is.
哦，晴天啊！晴天惊雷是指米德吗？因为那个啥，中文标题叫归来啊，可是英文叫晴天惊雷，所以应该是指米德吧。
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto, you got my gill?
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well. If Sid could see you now. All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Oh, 这段收集也是很痛苦
Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Sid's gonna chop off Kupka's head this time.
You were born in Rosalith, weren't you?
真的是不习惯收集。
How's it coming along?
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools. Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Tell her I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
Was wondering where you'd got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot? Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment,
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's
对，
done
英
for us.
文英配有提付钱呢。
We'd have now to
啊，中配完全啊，不对，日配完全没提付钱的事情。
drained the life out of us long ago.
indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen.
当然提不提钱这个，我倒觉得没什么差的。
Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Jill looked white as a sheet.
You with a good oil in this, kid.
Should be enough to keep us. How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Oh, 玛莎旅社这边顺便讲一下好了，中文只有，我刚好被卡掉。中文是写不对，日配是写旅社老板娘负责统领的高地市政嘛，然后那个英配版是写玛莎和他的同伴在俯瞰乡间的高耸岩石上筑巢，为那些愿意攀登的人们提供应得的休憩。就大概是这样。我很喜欢英配的叙述，就是感觉比较有故事一点。
Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
好雾啊！原本那么漂亮的地方，现在雾成这样，真的是。从这边过去了，我就忘记了。飞去哪？啊！不小心大招就吹下去，哎，不是从这啊，不是从这个方向，记错了，这是另外一边。
If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
This shouldn't take long.
还有啊！哎呦，我没得补哎！
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's onto your hideout.
不是啊，刚刚那一段说那个什么人不能沉溺在过去，然后 日配居然说接下来轮到我了。
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
有点。这种其实都是一些小细节上面的差异的，但你给人家的观感真的很不一样。
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves? Oh, that's right. He went to ask Harpocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised all yours? Come again. I may have more for you.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
Jill looked white as a sheet when we brought her back.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
等一下，日配说也叫做芬里尔，然后英配叫做芬里尔，就是他就叫芬里尔，也跟没有也差很多呢。
This queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
吉恩赋予了托尔嘎令跟托尔嘎赋予 予的极恶力量，等一下，这两回事吧？哇操嘞！
He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those
刚那一段有点太夸张，谁给谁力量这件事情怎么会差那么多啊？
Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
一个是见证，一个是介绍，我这个。
这翻译感觉是2款游戏。
我是觉得没有，不至于到2款了，只是它的一些细节，音配细节更多啊，日配细节真的比较少一点。然后有一些，尤其是一些基础上，我觉得有些误差，真的是误差很多的啊。比方说像刚刚那一个。Torgal 给极恶力量还是极恶赋予的 Torgal 力量，这两个东西很明显不一样吧？结果他全部给你直接混在一起，哇操！好了，这边先去做支线吧。看到支线我就想吐。不是支线应该蛮快的，我赶快把它清一清啊。这个好像是要去弄，就那个什么，有些细节的，它的我该怎么讲啊？日配的那个内容不至于说让你无法就是你不至于让你看不懂游戏啊，只是重点是音配一些细节上面的强调远胜于日配太多了，我就越来越困惑了，就是包含。就是游戏总监就吉田他有讲过说，希望大家是以音配为主。那为什么日配要特地去改一个是细节这么少的版本呢？我不懂我没有看懂这个原因是什么。就没有必要啊！你可以就是你可以音配那边的剧本直接给日配配就好了，为什么要各自2套啊？而且重点是那个2套之间的差异是大到人家觉得说，不是吧？你这个确定是同一套剧本生出来的东西吗？已经大到人家这样想了呢，这不太对吧？
You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
Clive. So, will it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself. No scratches, right? My best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do.
3000多，我想把它点满呢，4500，还要再囤一下。怎么差？就它这个差异真的是 我真的是觉得没必要。你就可以同一套剧本给两个，不然可以说是两边讨论之后产生一本就好了，然后用那一本下去做多语言的配音啊！你干嘛要分2本啊？为什么啊？不懂欸，我不知道这样的意义在哪里。哎，在这。
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
我要叫几点的，很吵的。卖叉。反正我这一点确实是没有办法，也不是不能解释的。
Slavers don't even
bother. 重点是现在大部分，我觉得亚洲地区大部分还是会以日配为主啊。那讲真的，已经看过日配，你再看英配的话，那个心里面的落差感是真的大欸。我吓鸟。啊，这个好像打哥布林欸，没记错的话。啊哈！我看到一只很大只，这是。
They're trying to get into the carriage.
他说虽然没有装那个加钱的道具，不过那钱还是蛮多的，还是过10万了，现在过10万了吧？看一下，12万。今天应该有机会把胡歌打完，我觉得，以我目前的进度来讲。
It's just one thing after another around here. The Littlins have been up to their old tricks again.去找维维安了。维维安。
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange creatures in unexpected places.
好，先去。完了，我突然想到，不太可能，不太可能。
If only we knew for certain by what route.
哦，叔父要来了 ，uncle 要来了。
Keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
然后他站在后面等你，好可爱哦，超喜欢这一段的。可愛い。
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front.
无意继承跟没有当君主的命是两回事拜托。
That is a relief.
不过如果按照罗扎利亚他们的国家的那个规定来讲，有就是继承凤凰的人才可以当大公啊，所以肯定是弟弟啊。哥哥有伊芙利特也没用啊 ！Uncle 来了 ，Uncle，Uncle 在就是在中文语境里面到底是舅舅还是叔叔啊？还是这两个其实可以共通啊？舅舅就是妈妈那边的嘛，叔叔那边是爸爸吧？应该是这样吧。
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favorite uncle is here.
我没有最喜欢你哦，我没有最喜欢你啊！这家伙在搞笑，真的好好笑。这会不会输不消失？不要让拜托，不要让我看安娜贝拉，我求你。那时候还没有想到这边完了，我已经看到他了。这个真的是没想到这边之后竟然是 original。
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, or less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
就是我们知道他是被安娜贝拉带去的嘛，但这边这几个闲人的意思是说都是王子的功劳。
The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time.
英配神皇这边的意思是说，他们收集就是他们收集完我要的东西之后，就把他们整个灭国。可是日配这边会比较倾向是那个什么，给他们一点甜头吃之后，再用这个继续要挟他们。其实有点这个部分也是有点差。那迪翁的声音好好听啊。
Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred.
这句话英配跟日配都一样难听。
For every home that burns, another can be built. The empire will live on.
啊，这边是不是也种下后？就是我们后面要做一个贤人的支线嘛？那个贤人是不是也是因为这个陛下，就是也是因为这个陛下的影响？他有这个想法说，反正国家在，人才在这件事情啊，但实际上应该是人在，国家才在，没有人的国家算什么国家？哦，可不可以他妈的不要再玩这朵花了！我现在因为我们看到神皇的时候，已经是他跟安娜贝拉结婚，然后又生了一个孩子，所以我其实有点搞不懂。神皇一开始是不是不，他的个性原本不是这样的，是后面因为安娜贝拉在耳边一直疯狂吹风，就是在洗脑他的关系，才导致他的个性整个变了。也许迪翁知道了父亲并不是这样的人啊。
Prepare for battle. But sire, do not make me repeat myself.
该怎么讲啊？
因
为我相信迪翁再怎么样，他也不会，就是他不会因为是他爸就听他的，你知道吗？他爸之前一定可能是做了什么明智之举还是什么东西的，他才听他的。这样，我是这样想了。然后后面因为安娜贝拉的影响，所以他爸整组坏掉这样子，所以他还认为是安娜贝拉的错。哎呦
McGregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
干，这边绝对是被安娜贝拉吸走。
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
哦，烦呢！不要让我看到这女的了啦！看到火，就是看到她火气就会上来呢。
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
little uns have been up to their old.
It's just one thing after another around here.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
啊，有这么多钱都不给我一点。
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Coco would.
哎，不是这句也是有差了呢，哎呦。
Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel swift.
支配的恩赫里亚是直接翻过去的。
A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
不是，日配只有讲说那个呢，说要去那个共和国那边办事情，可是重点是英配直接把说我要去坎贝尔这件事情讲出来了嘞。不是这个东西有什么好删的啦，没什么好删的啊，删这段干嘛？这段也没什么特殊的信息量啊，反正我们都知道叔父跟我们在那个什么那边会合完之后，他就会去坎贝尔，直接讲出来又没差。
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
阿莫兹尔，维西
associate of Sid's.
啊？
And only
原来是女生名字吗？
All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new.
可是实际上是男生呢。
to bring her back into the.
还是我误会了？他是男的吧
I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Adventure。反正今天沙漠这边打得完吗？好，顺便也是念一下沙漠这边的介绍词吼。日配是只有写说是达尔梅奇亚共和国最大的沙漠地带嘛，然后英配这边是写说自古以来这个广阔而干旱的沙石海洋缓缓吞噬着达尔梅奇亚西部。嘿 ，OK， 好 ，Go Go Go。
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.